All right. Welcome to Characters and Dice. Just waiting for the stream to catch up. There we go. All right, we're live. So, welcome to Characters and Dice. We talk about making characters for use at your table. Tonight we're going to do something different. I'm not going to make a character tonight. I am going to be going over an important part of that character, this particular character, Priest of Light. And that is gods. So, what is God? Well, God is power, omnipotent power that gives their priests, allows them to cast magic. It's a little more than that here in the world of Palladium. So, yes, this is a man of magic, clergy, man of faith, and yes, they do cast spells. They are very similar to wizards and how the plate armor will affect them. They are to have allegiance to a god. And they generally are not really supposed to piss off their god. You piss off your god, bad things happen. Priests are supposed to pray. So they get these special prayers that they can use. They can get blessings. These are prayers that are bestowed on for by their deity. The more powerful you become, more powerful your blessings can be. For example, 8th level or higher can bless 2 people or 2 items per level experience without the loss of potency. Excuse me. Each prayer of blessing provides some small measure of protection on the faithful for a period of 2d4 weeks, unless otherwise noted. It will not work if the person receiving it does not respect and acknowledge. You notice it doesn't say worship, just acknowledge. You just have to acknowledge that the God exists. So the deity in whose name the prayer is invoked. You do a blessing of water. Useful for making holy water, which is very important for vampires. Blessings of persons. They get a +1 save versus disease and supernatural possession. Blessing of a home. It's, blessings of food. +1 to save versus spoiling magic and disease/decay. Plus, the food will stay fresh for 1 extra day. When you're traveling, that comes in handy. Let's see, a prayer of strength. Giving him a +6 versus horror. The priest will receive +6 versus horror factor. +1 on all other saving throws. +10% to turn dead. +20% for his exorcism. +1 spell strength. +1 to parry and dodge. Last 2 minutes per level of experience. Now, this doesn't always happen. Tell me, gods do not always do what their worshippers want them to do. This doesn't happen. They got a higher objective to take care of. Oh God, please make me stronger. I'm busy over here. Go, you got this. All right. So 20% +7% per additional level. Odds are small. Communion. So you can speak with them. Again, 21% at level 1, +7% per additional level. Intervention. If you need the God to do something on your behalf. So, you know what we need right now? A freaking 8th level fireball. Please, God, we could use an 8th level fireball. For 21% at level 1, plus 7% per additional level. Now, PPE cost for that one spell is provided by the gods. So if the gods goes, you know what? All right, there you go. You can cast that 8th level fireball. Here's the power to do it. The thing about Magic and Palladium, it's not Venusian magic. It's not because you're not experienced enough, you can't cast it. That doesn't. It's, do you have the energy to do it? See, a first level person, if they know an 8th level spell, if they get the PPE for it, then they can cast it. It's just a matter of energy transference. Let's see. Temporary knowledge to create a magic scroll. Guess limited. You got to be 6th level or higher. Amongst many other things, and that's even got to be 9th level or 9% per level of experience. So, yeah, 9 times 6, 9, 18, 27, 36, 45, like 54% chance. That's not bad. Super healing. Okay. Remember I said that psionics pretty much are better healers than priests? Because here you have a chance of healing 2d4 times 10 hit points, or STC, for 2 healing touches, but it's only 21% at level 1. So you gotta be pretty nice, really nice to your god to be able to do that. Miracles, again, just much like blessings. So the prayers, they take up, they're less involvement from the deities. These are normal everyday things. Miracles, they're harder to get. To get a miracle, the priest MA attribute number plus 2% per level of experience. Now, if it's something that the god is particularly interested in, sure, why not? But if they're off on their own, then it's very tough to do it. And the god has to want to do it. Even if you roll an 1 on your percentile dice, if you're a god of the hearth and you're praying for a miracle of luck, for gambling, the god's probably not going to do it. Like, wait a minute, hold up. No. I don't know. Doesn't work like this. And they don't happen all the time. They're very, very rare. But they can have a major impact. For example, Miracle of Luck. Let's see. But the priest and 1 additional character per level of the priest's experience. However, it must be a follower of that god or pantheon. Let's see, plus 4 initiative, plus 10 to roll with impact, plus 10 to save versus horror factor, plus 8 to dodge, plus 8 versus poison, plus 3 to save versus magic, and impervious to magic, curses, and charms. I mean, there's a lot of good stuff there. Plus 4 to initiative, that's impressive. Plus 10 to save versus horror factor, that's really good there. Cost 40 PPE. But you gotta supernatural strength, getting your strength pumped up. All of his hit points in SCC are temporarily tripled And if you go into Rift's Earth or any other mega damage world, it becomes MDC. His PS is increased by 2d4, it becomes supernatural. Whole nother damage scale. +1 initiative, +1 to strike and dodge, +1 to saving throws. And they radiate an aura of odd power that gives them a power factor of 12. 60 PPE to cast that. And that's just to get, let's see if you have an MA of 18 plus 2%. So at first level, you have a 20% chance. That's pretty damn good for a miracle. Purification, great miracles. So there's plenty here. Miraculous healing again, and great miracle of control over magic. So gods can be a pivotal role for a priest. A blessing in the right spot, a miracle at the right moment could change the very foundation of the world. And somebody stepped on the dog. So, what is a god? Yeah. Let's see. God descriptions. Here we go. Gods, page 82. We're going to look at the Dragons and Gods book. So, gods are beings of immense power. Your average mortal won't know half this stuff. Gods do live in other realities, other realms. Gods do have multiple followers, and they have to. When you're worshiping, everybody says, I'm sending thoughts and prayers. Well, you're sending your personal PPE, even if it's 1 point of PPE, it's going to God. Why is that important? Because there's a minimum threshold for a god to be, and that is at 10,000 worshippers. Let's see. And it's here. I just saw it. Okay. Huh. Here we go. Worshippers. Here we go. God is not a god unless he or she has worshippers. It is the power of the faith and the PPE of the faithful. Some say the critical number is around 10,000. Any fewer, the god is wavering and will feel in danger, do whatever they can to get more followers. Can they be forgotten? Yes. So first and foremost, gods are the reflection of mortals, and all the weaknesses of mortals can be found, sometimes magnified 1,000-fold, in the gods themselves. Something came up. I have to go.
Sorry.
No, I